Let's go up to the Records menu and choose Relookup Field Contents. Now, Relookup Field Contents is going to require some more background. It's not as straightforward as Replace Field Contents. It requires a relationship, which we haven't covered yet. But I'm going to describe how it works, or at least how a lookup works, and then we can describe what a relookup does. So lookup, the idea behind that might be, and we'll actually do this later, is when I type in my postal or zip code, I want it to look up the city and state for me. So if we have another table that contains all the cities and states and their zip codes, once we type in the postal code, it will go ahead and grab the city and state and put it in there for us. It's the same as an auto enter data or any kind of auto enter. It doesn't work on existing records. It only works on new records or records that you've changed this value on, this postal code. So in order for it to get it placed on all of your records, that's where this will come in handy. Since this would be the match field, you click into that and you choose Relookup Field Contents. And that would say go through all my 43 records, not 46, just the found set, and do a lookup again. So that's a lot better than going to each record and typing in something here, retyping it in so that it goes ahead and does a lookup. Just do a relookup and it'll look up that data for you and put it in there. Now, if we look at Revert Record, it's still not available. Why is that? Well, you actually have to make a change. Let's say we change this to Jane, and we decide to come in here and change this to Avenue. Now you can revert the record. If we choose Revert Record, it'll say, do you want to revert the record since it was last entered? That means the time in which you will revert, the whole period of time, is from when you clicked into that record and typed, and you can't click out of it because that saves it automatically. So it's that whole point in time. So any change you made to any field until you actually commit that record, it will allow you to revert that. So if we revert it, you'll see Janet comes back and this comes back. But if we come in here and take that out and then commit, well, you can't revert anymore. It's just not possible. We can revert Janet, which is actually what we wanted in there in the first place, but you'll see it'll go back to Jane. Jane has been permanently saved, so that has to do with when you go ahead and click outside of the record or switch to another record like that or switch layouts. It commits the record and says save it. But anytime before you commit that record, you can revert back to what the settings was, because you make mistakes all the time, so Revert Record is really handy.